Hello, Dream Team. Welcome back to our YouTube channel.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, beautiful people? Welcome to another exciting installment of Life is But a Dream with the Max. My name is Rato Macheta.
And I'm Petola Macheta.
The ever so beautiful. Guys, thank you so much.
And the ever so handsome.
Stop it.
Someone was saying that I never compliment my husband. Guys, I always.
She really does. She really does.
I promise you, I do.
I love you, boo.
Love you,
guys.
Boo.
Listen, we are continually grateful and honored for all of the love that you always show us. Thank you so much for liking, subscribing, commenting on all of our videos. Right now, I'm team road to 70K by December 31st. My wife is road to 100K.
Guys, miracles can happen.
You know what I'm saying?
Miracles.
My faith can carry 70K. Her faith can carry 100K. But that's, because she's an incredible woman. So, yeah, please do the right thing. Guys, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that the Max are in the building and they must just do the right thing.
Dream Team, today's video is sponsored by Love and Trivia, and today we'll be playing one of their trivia games. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
It is called African Lovin'.
African Lovin'. I think, you know what, that's so crazy because I heard like a little soundtrack behind. Africa, yeah.
Baby, please tell us more about African Lovin'.
Yeah, for sure. So, Before African Lovin' was born, their team had organized over 500 virtual dates for hundreds of singles at the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic. While it was fun and encouraging to see relationships and friendships blossom, many questions came up. For instance, what do I ask after asking, how was your day? So they wanted to lend a hand to inspire meaningful conversation. And we are all about meaningful conversation.
We love meaningful conversation.
Yeah.
Dream Team, we are excited to announce that this game will be available from today, which is the 26th of November.
Yes.
Please follow Love and Trivia on Instagram. It's Love and Trivia. Website, loveandtrivia.com. And you can get your hands on this game from Amazon.com and Amazon.co.uk.
Do the right thing, people. Do the right thing. You ready to get into it?
Let's do this. And this is not a win. There's no right or wrong answer.
No,
guys.
But you're going to see just now.
Not wrong or right.
All right.
Yes.
All right, super. You ready?
Let's do this.
All right.
It was the summer of 2008. She said, I would the couple out of time with the date. Now raise it last 10 years of matrimonial cake.
Wait, hold up, I think you made a mistake. 11 years, 2 kids, now we finna be great. One time, too real, at the end of the day, we say life is harder.
Now we're stronger together, never better. Go-getters, trendsetters, Black Panthers, the anthem. We the Max and we only getting better, ayy.
Life is but a dream.
Babe, please take us through the house rules.
All right, guys. So here is our manual, the African Lovin' Playbook. Hope you can see that. Wait, I'm just waiting for it to focus in. Yes? No? There you go. The African Lovin' Playbook. And this comes inside the box. It says, you've never had a conversation like this before. You know we're all about conversation.
Babe.
Just to let you know, there is a trivia and there is charades. So basically you get 2 types of cards in the game. You get a charades card. On the other side is a trivia. And then, of course, you get the black cards, which are basically your moonlight questions. We are going to go through these questions because, man, we just love how they inspire really great conversation. And it's not a competition today. So we just want to chop it up, you know what I mean? And this is what I really love about this game, that you can kind of pick which way you're going to go about it. So if you were going to play the game, then there is a timer over here, and you've got a dice. All right, super. Would you like to go first?
I will go first.
All right, super. These cards I'm going to put over here because you guys can't see them. Okay, hit me.
Okay.
Question number 1.
Jeez.
Yeah.
This is crazy because we've never had this conversation before.
Okay.
What upsets you about how your father treated your mother?
So I can answer that question.
Can you?
Yeah, I can answer that question.
Okay.
So my dad, my old man, wouldn't drop my mom like at the door of where she was going.
Okay.
Like he would leave her like just 10 meters away. And he was like, no, it's fine, you can walk. Oh, that used to upset me.
Really?
Oh, that used to upset me so much.
Yeah.
And I was just like, mate, like, take her, like, she's, you know what I'm saying?
She's your wife.
Yeah. So that.
And would your mom be upset?
No, my mom was a G.
Okay.
My mom was just like, he's my husband. What are we going to do? But that used to upset me.
Okay.
That still upsets me.
Is it?
Yeah. I was just like, mate, and I don't know if it's an old school guys thing. I don't know if it's a chivalry thing.
Yeah.
I don't, do you have an answer for that?
Jeez. I thought that was your question.
Okay. I mean, either way, how do you feel about being responsible for your partner's debt and loans?
So I think, you know what? I mean,
these are such good questions.
Right?
Yeah.
So we've spoken about our marriage contract. So we are married in community of property, right? Which means that you and I are responsible for each other's debt.
Yeah.
So how do I feel about it? I think I'm okay with it.
Yeah.
If it's not a responsible debt.
For sure.
So if it's things like a car or a house or student loan, for example. I mean, when I agreed to love you, I agreed to take you with your flaws and all.
For sure.
But if it's frivolous things, and then touch wood, you had to die.
Yeah.
And I'm paying for silly debt, I'd be really, really upset.
Like my clothing account.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Clothing account.
Yeah. I'll bleep because wow. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
My turn.
Oh, sorry. I feel like I am responsible for your debt anyway. So
baby, I feel like God is doing something with you, or like, guys, we haven't looked at this question.
Yeah.
I feel like, and we shuffled the pack.
Yeah, for sure.
What will you never want to replicate from your parents' relationship? Like God.
What would I never want to replicate? One thing that I really. Okay, guys, I'm going to be a bit vulnerable here, and I hope that my parents will forgive me. So, my parents loved us so much that sometimes they put us before themselves. And I can appreciate the heart behind it. Yeah. But I think sometimes, somewhere along the road, they started missing each other because they had put us before their own relationship, and that took a toll on their relationship. So I think I'm a little bit sensitive about that, and I always want to be cognizant of the fact that my wife. So first comes God, first comes Jesus, and then comes my spouse, and then comes my kids. And I want my kids to have an understanding of that. And just for the protection of this union. Why? Because I know that one day they're going to move out the house, and I don't want to be in a position where I have to reintroduce myself to my wife because all of our love and attention and effort went into the kids, and we stopped not stopped, but the amount of attention that we gave to ourselves then just diminished.
Sure, hectic. Your turn.
Cool.
When you said kids, I almost said peekaninis.
Peekaninis, guys.
And that's a wrong word.
That's so crazy because
that's a derogatory word.
So we learned about peekaninis when we watched Underground Railroad. But do you remember when we were kids? They used to call us peekaninis. Peekaninis. And we're like, oh, so they're the little ends. All right. Should what happens in the kitchen affect what happens in the bedroom? That's a good question.
What does that mean?
Should the responsibility of what happens in the kitchen affect what happens in the bedroom? That's the way that I'm interpreting it.
So, I don't think it should, but it does.
For you.
Especially for me.
Yeah.
And I think, babe, we've come around the bend.
Yeah.
Right? You are more cognizant of the fact that, you know, if the kitchen is not clean, then it affects my wife somehow.
For sure.
I literally can't think.
Yeah.
And sometimes I'll do the dishes upset.
Yes.
So then it means that you're not getting any after that. There's no way you're getting anything after I've, you know, come back from work and the kitchen is a mess, or I've cooked. And then after cooking, I still need to do the dishes. Yeah. No, guys.
For sure.
And then you still, I remember Bulu was saying, you still expect to fry my chips in the bedroom.
Yeah.
No frying my chips after this, bruh. So it for me, it does affect me. So I really think that in terms of the house, we need to help each other and just gender roles need to shift a bit in the home, because both mom and dad are working. It's not the role of the mom to do the dishes alone. Dad needs to get involved.
I agree.
Yes.
That's my final answer. Yes.
You'll probably get another family
Go for
one.
it. I don't know. We'll see.
Sex is overrated. What do you think of that statement?
So I think that sex is misconstrued. I think that sex is it has been falsely represented. You know, there's been a misrepresentation of sex. I think a lot of people's introduction to sex is something that is introduced to them in a way that is detrimental to how they view sex. But it's definitely not overrated.
It's really not overrated.
It is not overrated.
Look at your face.
Listen, guys, wait. I just need to wait. It's my question. Let me answer. Guys,
I looked at something here actually.
Wait a minute.
It says discuss.
Thank you.
For 2
I'm
points.
still answering. Guys, sex is not overrated.
It's not. It's a
good thing.
Yeah, and God designed sex so that married people can communicate on a deeper level.
For sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I can see some people, when we said married people, they're just like,
That's okay. Does religion positively or negatively impact sexual expression in relationships? Does religion positively or negatively impact sexual expression in relationships?
It could.
Guys,
I think
such good
these
questions.
are such good questions. Yeah. I really think it could, because especially in is it the Pentecostal?
It depends.
In our churches?
Yeah. Wait, which ones?
In our
denomination.
and our, maybe not in our denomination, but I think in the Christian, I don't know about other faiths.
Okay.
So, you know, we do understand that the Bible teaches us, and that's what we believe. We believe that sex should only be had within the constructs of a marriage, right? But I feel like sometimes people are made to feel like sex it's a no-no, it's dirty. So sometimes even when people get married, they struggle to be intimate with their partners, because their minds have been conditioned to think that this is wrong. They've thought about this act being so wrong for so many years that even when they have permission to do it,
they can't come around the bend.
Yeah, where it's now blessed, you can now have it. It's now allowed. Yeah. And people just feel like
that green light is looking a little orange.
Yeah, it just feels like
are we good?
So I think it's a good thing when we teach our kids about, you know, why God, we need to tell our kids why they need to wait. Yeah. Because we are always taught that it's wrong, don't do it. But why? What does God say about sex? Why did God design sex?
So I was part of an organization called YFC many years ago.
Yeah.
And there was a couple there who got married while I was a missionary there. And we were laughing because we were sitting as guys, and this guy was telling me how his new wife was freaking out on their wedding night, because she just felt like she was doing something wrong. And she was like, are we... So apparently she woke up in the morning and she freaked out, and she was like, oh no, what have we done? And he was like, yo, it's okay. Yeah. We're married. And then Like, then it clicked to her and she was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, but for so many years she had to live. Yeah.
That's hectic. My mind is going crazy when you said when you're a missionary and we're talking about sex.
Oh. No, guys. When I was a missionary, I was a servant of the Lord. Yes. And I went around and I preached the gospel of Jesus Christ to nations. Somebody turn to your neighbor. Say glory. Come on. Shabaya.
Okay.
Yeah.
Secrets ensure a relationship avoids unnecessary conflicts. In inverted commas. How do you feel about that statement? Secrets ensure a relationship avoids unnecessary conflict.
So we had this conversation about the difference between honesty and transparency. I think when you talk about secrets, I think that speaks about honesty.
Yeah,
I think
honesty rather.
Yeah. So it falls within the bracket of honesty and dishonesty. I don't think that there should be secrets within a relationship.
No.
I think that you do have a responsibility to use a level of emotional intelligence where I don't need to run to my wife and say, hey, by the way, my mom said this about you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Where it's going to affect her in such a way that she might not be able to get over it. And then the relationship between herself and my mother is completely is completely compromised.
Yeah.
But I don't have the time to explain to her, no, man, my mom just kind of says these things. She's this kind of person. Don't take it to heart. This, that. So I think that reserving certain things is very necessary in a relationship. That's a good answer, Lorata.
And I think,
good one.
Good one, Lorata. But I think secrets carries also a negative connotation.
Yes.
Because when you say secret, it sounds like you're doing something bad.
Well, that's why I said you shouldn't be dishonest, and I put secrets inside the honesty and dishonesty bracket. So secrets are a no-no. I don't have secrets with my wife, but there's information that I withhold based on emotional intelligence.
Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Cool.
Take it.
All right.
No secrets.
What issues in your extended family cause you to feel shame, anger, and sadness?
What issues?
What issues in your extended family? You know, guys, can I tell you what?
Oh, okay.
Do you know what just hit me right now? Sorry, my love.
Yeah.
Do you know what hit me just now? Like this is quite vulnerable.
Yeah.
And we're having it like on camera.
Yeah.
It's just like hitting me now.
And we haven't seen these questions.
Yeah, we haven't seen these questions before. So now I'm like, okay. So let me ask it again. What issues in your extended family causes you to feel shame, anger, and sadness?
So we spoke about it in our childhood traumas. So I come from a family where name calling is a big thing, right? But they do it as a term of endearment. You know, but growing up, I was very chubby, and they would call me names like Klowu, which is elephant, snout face, pig snout, you know, which is a pig snout. Pig snout.
Pig snout, which is pig snout.
And Magwego, which is bow-legged.
Yeah.
And I feel like that really damaged my self-confidence.
Yeah.
Growing up, I had a lot of self-esteem issues as a result of being name called, and I don't think my parents knew any better to correct them, because that's how they grew up as well. You know, growing up in the township, if you are chubby, they will call you fats. If you are short, they will call you small.
If your name is Lerato, they call you Lavas.
If you are whatever,
if you've got an accent, they call you cheese boy.
Yeah, so I think that is the one thing that really
labeling,
name calling, it was really hurtful, and I don't think that my family realized that.
Guys, we're definitely going to do a part 2 of this. Let's do our last 2 questions. And then and then what we're going to do is let's do our last 4. So we'll do the last 4, and then what we'll do is we have to do a part 2 of this because these questions are bomb. All right, hit me.
African Laughing! You guys!
Good questions.
What aspects of your culture are important for your children to continue? So important, especially as a Christian couple. Yeah. Right? Because sometimes we abandon our culture completely So, what aspects of your culture?
You know, so I must be honest with you. My culture is not informed by my tribe, by my tribal origin. I didn't grow up with being taught cultural values.
Okay.
I grew up in a household that taught me Christian values, which became my culture.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Makes sense.
So things that I would like to instill in my kids. Number one, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. I think serving is a very big value in our household, and it doesn't only mean serving at church per se, because you can go on a Sunday and go and stand in your station and serve at church, and then go home and be a not great person.
Yeah.
So just a spirit of service every single day
that.
to the people around you, having a heart of service. So me and my house serving the Lord, number one. I would say the value of hard work.
Okay.
It's something that I believe in wholeheartedly. I think you know that.
Yeah.
I don't always get it right, but it's something that is very high on my priority list. Because I don't believe in making excuses.
Yeah.
I think that everybody has equal opportunity within reason, all right? But there are people that have come from much worse circumstances than me, that have done a lot better than me, that have achieved a lot more than me.
Okay.
There are a lot of people that have had much more than me, who through my life and the decisions that I've made and the work that I've put in, I find myself where I am today. So I'll leave it to those two.
I'd like to take it a step further. I know it's your question,
Go
but
ahead.
they said
Go
open
ahead.
for discussion.
Go ahead.
So as Black people, obviously there are certain things that we do which I feel are important to us as Black people culturally, but they're not in violation of what the Bible teaches us, right? Things like lobola, that tradition. I would want, my kids to be lobolad. I think it's such a beautiful tradition for two families to come together. And I'm not even talking about the price tag, but just two families coming together. I'm trying to think about other things just culturally, even though I didn't grow up in a home that was very cultural, but as a Black person, there are cultural practices that come with being a Black person.
So Lehagwa comes home with a European guy who says, listen, no. She comes home with a European guy and she says,
yes,
I don't need to.
I mean, if she doesn't
how do you feel
want
about
to,
that?
I think I'd feel really touched, and I think, but I would explain to her the importance of what that event symbolizes, right? It's not a case of you have to do it because I say so.
Yeah.
I feel like if and things like I was tagazelo, guys, our culture is so rich, it's so beautiful, right? Kana iring, I do. What does that thing say? As tagazelo. Yes, things like that. I want our kids to take that forward. And I can't think of other things, but there are things that we do as Black people that I think are so beautiful and they need to be preserved.
I was about to skip this question.
Yeah.
But I would actually love to hear your thoughts.
Okay.
I don't know where you're going to take it.
Yeah.
And if you're uncomfortable, I may cut it out or I may answer it.
Okay.
Let's see. Your partner suggests a slave role in sexual foreplay.
Okay.
What are your thoughts on this?
What is slave role? Like
you dominate somebody, put them in chains, whatever, you've got a whip. They suggest that in sexual foreplay. What are your thoughts on this?
Sure. So I think
I knew it. I knew my husband was going to be like, oh God, these questions, yeah.
So I think, people, do things that
Answer the ask.
Okay, so personally,
Yes,
and I
it's
love
personally.
what you're saying, that it's discussion. So it won't be a case of we're busy and now
Yeah,
taking out whips and chains.
Yeah,
now
for sure. Yeah.
tying me up, because we would discuss it, right?
Yeah.
So personally, I'm not comfortable with those kind of sexual acts and bondage and S&M and all those things, because I also. And I need to be careful about how I want to say this, but I'm very conscious about defiling the marriage bed. So I wouldn't want to do anything that objectifies me as a person, something that will make me feel dominated. I don't want to feel dominated in that way, right? I believe that sex should be mutually pleasing and mutually beneficial, and it needs to leave me feeling good. So that is not my style of pleasure.
So if so a couple comes to you and they want our perspective. So they say to us, listen, we're kind of kinky and we like doing this. Is it wrong? How do you feel about it? So say a couple says to us, this is kind of like what we like to do, and whatever, we would just like your perspective on it.
So I think personally, I feel like those acts of, S&M, and I mean, people go wild. We've heard of people spitting at each other
and defecating
on each other and whipping each other to a point where they bleed and all sorts of things. So for me, I feel like being objectified in that way is not. I still feel like even in the marriage bed, I mean, there's things that you can do that are exciting, that are fun, without compromising your holiness.
I got you.
But I'm interested to hear what you think.
Yeah, I think your answer was great.
Really?
Yeah,
but what are your thoughts?
That's what I think.
I feel like you've got thoughts.
No, not really. I wasn't going to answer the question. So,
is it?
Yeah, because I'm not clear. I'm not clear as to how I feel about it. I'm clear about the fact that I would not want to. You see, I actually haven't thought about it before. So I don't want to. You know how I don't like to say what I don't mean.
Yeah.
Like I want to mean what I say.
Yeah. So I mean, and baby, and guys, we're gonna have this conversation. We're gonna speak about pornography soon in one of our podcasts.
For sure.
I feel like it's also treading onto things like pornography, which can distort your view of sex and how sex should be.
So this is what I want to say.
Yeah.
So this is what I want to say. I will not introduce to my bedroom anything that I feel like defiles my marriage.
Yes.
It doesn't mean that necessarily is something that would defile my marriage, but if I feel a way about it, and I'm like, if there's a conviction, if I feel like I want to feel like everything that I do, I want to be able to do it in front of God, and He would be happy with it. He would be like, no, that's cool. Yeah, I'm good with that. This, what you guys are doing glorifies me. This pleases me. This makes me happy. This is the very reason why I gave you this gift, of sex and loving each other and whatever. I mean, sex is one of the most intimate. What is it? It's one of the greatest expressions of intimacy with your partner. So I'm always a little bit sensitive about taking that and then kind of taking it to a place that I can't now take it back. Where I'm like, oh no, wait, I didn't mean to do that. Let's take it back. You know what I mean? But when it's done, it's done.
And babe, you know what I feel like? I feel like some acts are like a drug.
Yeah.
After a while, that's just not good enough, right? And then you want to take it to another level.
Yeah,
and the next thing. And next thing, you're choking your partner. You know.
Yeah.
So
but you see, that's the thing now. You see, that's
because some people like to be choked.
And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Which is what I'm saying.
Next thing you kill someone.
Ah, wow.
I'm just
imagine.
I'm just saying that for me, For me,
Yeah.
I don't want to engage.
You don't want to open that door.
I was about to say that I don't want to engage in things that will open a door for the enemy, and then next thing, like you were saying, it's like klima, but we're in too deep.
Right, and then one person now wants to backtrack,
and the other
next person is like, no,
yes.
but we're going that way and whatever,
and then you start feeling like, okay, if I can't get this at home,
let me look for it elsewhere. And then, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So
we are aligned.
I'm done.
We are here.
We are here.
I love you.
All right, listen.
Oh my gosh, I am blown away. African loving.
Guys, go get it. It's
Baby,
really awesome.
I think we are going to, because we still have so many questions.
We have so many questions.
This is not even.
So what we're gonna do is like these questions that we have answered.
Yes.
We're gonna put them aside.
Yeah.
And then we'll come with a part 2.
Part 2, part 3.
Well,
I feel like we're going to be doing this.
We should do this like once a month.
I agree.
Yeah.
We are going to do this once a month. And please, guys, if you can, do go out there. Get yours. Let's do this
and
together.
And please tag us. So when you get it, put it up on Instagram, shoot a picture, say shout out to the Max, tag African Lovin'.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Let's do the whole thing, guys.
Yeah.
This, I think, is a great tool to really have some conversations that you wouldn't have otherwise had. It doesn't matter how long.
Guys, sorry, my
We've
love.
never had this conversation.
Sorry, my darling, for interrupting.
That's okay.
We don't interrupt, yeah?
Yeah.
We've been married for 11 years.
Yeah.
Look into camera.
Okay.
Together.
Yeah.
Together for 13 years.
Yeah.
We have never had these conversations.
Yeah.
And this is a true story.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love you.
Shout out to I love you.
Shout
Oh gosh, I adore you.
out.
Shout out to you, African Lovin'. Guys, remember to go to the website. Remember to follow them on Instagram.
Yes.
You know, remember to go and get yours. Go and order it. What is it again?
It's Love and Trivia.
Oh, sorry. loveandtrivia.com. Yes.
And follow them at Love and Trivia on Instagram. Available on Amazon.com and Amazon.co.uk.
If you haven't done so yet, please remember to like, subscribe, comment, share, turn on that notification bell to know every single time we upload a new installment. Road to 70K, hashtag road to 100K, hashtag. Guys, come on, please get us there. We appreciate you guys so much. We love you. Thank you for the love. I love you. I adore you. Thank you so much, African Lovin'. You know what it is. One time, too real. Oh, yes. Cheers, guys.
Love you. Bye.
Peace.